inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today we're talking about a really deep topic. We're talking about the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? Why does life exist? Someone asked me this quite recently, and my answer can get pretty complex because, well, this is one of the greatest questions of all time. Right? It's like what everybody, every philosopher from every era has probably pondered, including me. Okay. So please mind you, this is a mix of all different philosophies and my own understanding and my subjective reality, and so this is not the end-all be-all rule of how you want to see this thing. However, in my own particular experience, life is a holographic learning simulation. What do I mean by that? We're constantly going through lessons and a journey of learning and growth. This is like an extended classroom, okay, where we keep learning. And from Platonism, we understood that it was all about gaining knowledge. From Aristotelianism, we learned it's about action with appropriate knowledge. How about it's about both? That vision without action, it's just a pipe dream. And action without vision is just silly. But vision and action together can change the world. We're here to create what we desire. What we desire is our heart. What we create with our minds. I'm in the belief of that there is a collective consciousness. There is something connecting all of us together. So we're all creating this hologram according to how we think and in our thoughts. Of course, thoughts can't actually manifest if your emotions aren't in it. So that is why we must regulate our emotions and put our emotions into the right things. So this life was made for us to create. We were created to create. We were created by the Creator to create. Now, of course, we don't know this. We can go all the way back to the Big Bang and try to understand it all based on a very scientific model or a parapsychological model as well. We can also look at hey, we're all tapped into this cosmic wonder. But I think it's more important to ask yourself the question of what is the meaning of my life, because the meaning of life is to give life meaning. And if you don't give it meaning, the world will decide the meaning for you. You see, the world is almost like it's the center of our universe. The reason why we believe in life here is we give it the symbol of water. This is why I love water so much. I have a love-hate relationship with water, as you guys know. I had a drowning incident when I was very young, but then I also love water for the fact that it represents life. And the fact is, my brand is built from the idea of water, of flow state. And really understanding that can give you much more of an impact, using the analogy of water being life. So if we are these formless, transparent, creatures, 70% water, what does that mean about us? What does that mean about humanity? What does that mean about our evolution? Well, when we drink water, we become water. Do we not? It's such an interesting thing that we still have yet to understand. There are entire worlds below the ocean we have yet to explore, you see? Hold on one second, the light is kind of bright here. Let me just change it up. So, why do we exist? We exist for keeping the momentum moving of this earth. We exist very uniquely for a reason. Why are we so unique? Why are each one of us so unique? Why do each one of us have a different fingerprint? Why is it? Right? If we were just expendable creatures and we could just be, washed away and we won't really mean much to the world, why are each of us made in such a unique way and given a unique set of talents and a unique set of skills. Now, a lot of people might say that I don't have unique talents, I don't have skills, I'm trying to figure it out. Well, yeah, you're still figuring it out. That's okay. I was figuring it out for a long time. I don't know what I wanted to do. It's a part of the journey, right? This is a journey of growth. This is a journey of learning. And as we give ourselves a purpose, okay, so I want you to understand Dr. Wong's example of pure. P-U-R-E, pure. Pure. I have a hat that says, I have a beanie that says pure as well, for this very reason. Okay. So pure. P is purpose. Having a purpose in your life, adding significance to your life. Okay, significance is a factor that is missing from a lot of our lives. What makes your life feel significant? Is it when you're contributing? Is it when you're the center of attention? Is it when you're analyzing yourself? What makes life significant for you? That it's exciting for you, that it's an adventure, that it's an interesting journey, and not a mundane one, right? So the first one is purpose. U is understanding, making an understanding of what this thing means to you. Okay, what does it mean? What does life mean? Why do I exist? Getting your own understanding and creating your own understanding about what exists, okay? I'm not going to be the one to tell you that this is what life means and then you're going to fully accept it. You're going to go on a rabbit hole and explore this for yourself. So understanding is the second one, pure, remember, okay? P-U-R-E. R is responsibility. You're going to have some kind of responsible action in your life, okay? Taking responsibility in some particular way, some particular fashion. And responsible meaning your ability to respond to things, okay? Not just responding brashly, but really being able to take the role that you are given and even sometimes inventing your own role and overriding the role with your own signature essence, okay? And then finally, E is evaluation and enjoyment, right? We got to enjoy this thing. Enjoyment is a huge aspect of it. Positive psychology talks about this idea. A good life of, purpose, pleasure, satisfaction, and pleasure, not just hedonic way, but in a eudaimonic way, which means a long-term happiness. So we've actually got to set up this thing based on our future and how we see ourselves in time, okay? So that's what you've got to be doing, okay? That's what you've got to be doing. You've got to have purpose, understanding, responsibility, as well as enjoy this thing. So once you have those four things set, as Wong suggests, then you can start to create your own understanding of what this life means to you. We're born in a place, we have our own deck of cards to deal with, or our own set of generational trauma to heal, our own set of, people that we meet, our own set of codes, our own set of landscapes, our own set of longitudes and latitudes. However, I do believe it's almost like, life becomes this maze, or this figuring out of the code, in a sense. Like, in the movie Lost, when they're just all flung into the island, and then they realize that they all play a deep, intricate part in everyone else's life. Well, that's kind of what I feel like, for us humans, is like we're flung into this experience of life, and we don't really remember much about our childhood, only based on our memory and what people told us, right? And so we're all living through this present moment, which there's no such thing as the present moment, right? Because it's constantly changing. It's a continuity. So, I believe in this idea that we're made to move. We are made to just keep moving somehow on the path. Whether that means pliability and using your adaptability, whether that means, Darwin even said it, we have to, survive and adapt and thrive. And so, once we take care of our survival needs, then we can actually take care of our other needs of belonging, of tribe, of, actualizing and realizing our full potential. And then, finally, contributing on a global, planetary scale, where we're actually giving our service to humanity and sharing as much of that consciousness that we can. Okay? So this is just one understanding of it. I mean, you don't have to take my model of the world, obviously, but this is the way I understand it, is that we were made to create, and whatever our creations are, sometimes we can find new loopholes for it, like, oh, I'll find a way to monetize it, or I'll find a way to justify it according to my lifestyle. But everyone has that calling, that thing within them that just appears out of nowhere and pulls you towards this, intuitive journey towards yourself. I'm sure it fascinates you as well, which is why you're on this channel. And do continue to learn more about your own existence and why we do exist and what's really going on here. We are in the simulation. Whoever's the designer is a very intelligent designer. That's all I gotta say. It doesn't have to be known through my human terms, right? Because if we take a godlike, or even God itself, and try to iconize him or her, it's like it becomes less ethereal, right? It becomes very pragmatic and very, objective. But that's not what life is. It's not fully objective. I mean, there are objective truths to the universe, and there are objective things that we can look at, but ultimately, we have to try to really start to get our perspectives across to other people to slowly change the world. So I think ultimately, we're here to change the world. We're here to create the new era. We're here to create the new earth. We're here to be the lighthouses, how we share the lights, and then, all the boats see in the darkness that, okay, let's come towards this energy. Let's move towards this energy, because there's something meaningful happening. Meaningfulness is the serotonin, right, created from your gut. I think a huge aspect of it can be also created within us, right? Through meditation, through deep reflection, through a lens of your own work, you can start to understand why we exist and what this is about. And I think asking it is a kind of, it can lead you in a philosophical state of rambling, where you're like, oh man, what is it? I'm trying to figure it out. But actually living it and experiencing, first-hand, second-hand, experiencing what this life is about, okay? Whether that be vicariously or through direct experience, through understanding it, okay? So that's my understanding of it. Stay pure. I'll get much more deep into this topic, but this is what I have for now as a brief kind of something to chew on, some food for thought, okay? Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. See you next time. Boom.